Hey, Den family, how are y'all doing? Good to see y'all here today, this evening, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you are, just time of day. Um, I'm here to, I'm just here to make another video, and it's going to be about trans women versus women, and is there a difference? And yes, there is a difference, and it's significant. It's called the reality of biology. Okay, trans women are trans women, not women. Okay, as a trans woman, do I like to be looked at as a woman? Absolutely yes. But I also know the reality of it, the truth. Reality of the truth is I'm a biological man living my life as a transsexual woman. Okay, and I'm comfortable with that, as many transsexual people are, whether it be transsexual woman or transsexual male. A lot of us are comfortable with that. Now, what I hear in this woke ideology stuff, quote unquote, that trans women are women. They are not. Biology makes a big, huge difference. Okay. Women are able to reproduce and bear children or born with the capability of being able to do that. Trans women are not. It is a fact. It is a historical, biological fact. And nothing can change that. However, whether I may or may not like that or not, and it'd be nice if I could change my biology, and it just doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. Maybe science will one day figure that out. Maybe, although it has not yet. What's the likelihood of that after a person is born? And right now, it's not likely. There's a lot of good research out there. Still does not mean we're close to being able to have that happen. Okay, and I put thing in there for transgender sports and why that matters. Two MMA fighters, Fallon Fox, first fight, 39 seconds, knocked a woman out and also fractured her skull. And that is supposed to be okay. And the other one, Alana McLaughlin, is in Special Forces, Green Berets. I'm sorry, biological women cannot compete with that. Sorry, it just no, cannot compete with that. And okay, we'll go with also Leah Thompson, the college swimmer, who was placed somewhere in the male category in the 400s or 500s. Goes to the women category and gets topped in the gets places in the top 1% and wins national championships. And by all reasonable visibility, looks male. Lung capacity, strength, and women are supposed to be able to compete with that on a fair and even basis. That doesn't work. That'll work either. Okay, biology matters. Whichever one person goes through matters. Do I want to see trans women and men in sports? Yes, that would be absolutely wonderful. Okay, they're all. I would also like to see a trans league for trans men and women. I think that would make it would be more preferable, since there are more trans men and women competing in sports today. Okay, and this seems to be growing. Trans women versus women is totally and completely unfair because of the strength, size, and overall dominance of trans women over women. Okay. Yeah, is it tough? Is it rough sometimes? Which way to go? Yeah, it is. It can be. Let's put it in the right perspective. As biology matters, in which puberty has been gone through, it's not so hard as long as we keep it real and based in reality, not wishful thinking. Um, yeah, I see a little bit of something on both sides. Women have fought for hundreds of years to be able to have their own spaces, their own things, without having to be violated by men in sports. Okay. Now we move on to other places, other things. When it comes to trans women and women, public spaces and the legal and the affirmation type thing. And what I mean by that is if somebody says they're a trans woman, we have to it has to be believed. Okay, now one thing is prove that you're trans. Make an effort when you're out and about. Those who are out and about and are not making an effort to either look like women or men and they're going into the restroom of their what they choose to identify as is wrong. When somebody is claiming to be a trans woman and goes into the women's restroom with a beard, that person is nothing but a pedophile and a sexual deviant. It's the only thing that that person is going in there for if they're wearing a beard and not making any effort to make it appear that they really are transsexual. Okay? Gonna make the difference between transsexual and transgender. Transgender is a choice. Transsexual is not. Transsexual is what I am. It's not my identity. It's what I am. It's what I am. It means I was born male. I will die a male. All I have done is medically made my body to appear as a female, and it was female/woman. That's all. That's the only thing that I have done. My biology will not change. My lung capacity will not change. My arm span will not change. My hand size will not change. All of the things that were brought on by male puberty will not change, except for my secondary sex characteristics. That is it. I'll make my face look a little more feminine. I've grown breasts. I know, and I'm gonna have some more surgeries to finish it up. Okay. Other than that, I am still a biological male. Medically transitioning into a transsexual woman. I'm going to define trans. Trans is an abbreviation for transition. Okay, what am I transitioning to? I am medically transitioning to make myself look and sound more female and feminine. To hopefully walk the world as a transsexual woman and be perceived as that. That is my goal. It is not my goal to make women uncomfortable. It is not my goal. It is to walk this world and mingle and mix in and look presentable as the way I am medically transitioning. Okay. I have gender dysphoria slash transgender identity disorder. And it is a disorder. Okay. My brain does not man my brain and the messages my brain have are not do not match the way I was born. Transgender is an identity. It's an umbrella term. It's used for those who are not medically transitioning. Okay, it's probably a good idea to define gender. There are two, just like there are sexes. There are only two, male and female, man and woman. I am a male slash man transitioning to look like a woman slash female. Unfortunately for me and the rest of us who would like that to be the opposite, to be able to transition fully, it's not possible, and it's not even in the realm of reality. Okay. I know there's a lot of debate on this. People say that they're women. No. If I say I'm a woman, no, I'm not a woman. I'm a transsexual woman. Okay. This woke ideology has hijacked women's spaces, and all we have to do is identify as one, a woman or a man, and people are supposed to say, okay, yes, you are. Well, there needs to be a little bit of pushback. Okay, I don't mean talking somebody out of it. If that's what they really are, it's about finding out if someone really is or not. So that if a medical transition to make sure that medical transition is right for that person. Child does not cannot make those choices. Okay, but we're expected to think that they can when they can't join to make understand the decision of trying to. There's a reason why the children aren't allowed to join the military. Children aren't able to understand what that means. How do we expect as adults? How do we expect children to understand what medical transition is and all of its ramifications? There's good doctors out there. There's not so good doctors out there. There's good therapists out there. There's not so good therapists out there. Okay. What I think for children, what I fully believe is that children should be able to have psychological therapy and treatments, and if needed, antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications to help them deal with whatever gender dysphoria, gender identity disorder is going on with them. That's the humane way. Puberty blockers were meant for three reasons. The third one is kind of questionable nowadays. Okay. One, the puberty blockers were made for men who have prostate cancer. Okay, to hold off the symptoms of prostate cancer, to have a better quality of life. Two, okay, those who are pedophiles and sexual deviants who have been convicted. And I mean, when they've been convicted, I mean, they've been convicted in court with proof. Okay, with proof and proof only. Used for those because Lupron and other puberty blockers does destroy the reproduction system and sexual desires. Okay. Also, puberty blockers given to children, male to female children. They aren't they won't be able to develop enough to be able to have the what's the word I'm looking for, the utility growth that is needed for a penile inversion. Okay. And whether somebody is transitioning from male to female or female to male, they will never be able to have an orgasm ever. Down to go for the proper. Although I would say 17, yes, and so yeah,